Good afternoon, millennials. Welcome back to the Morning Toast Patreon. We have such an exciting episode for you this day because Claude and I are doing a Generalissimo Q&A, which we have polled. We've polled everyone before. What are your favorite kind of episodes? Vlogs, cooking, Steens on deck, drunk. General Q&A wins out every single time.
I love a general Q&A because for me, it is a platform, an opportunity to talk about myself. And the thing about the general Q&A is that it's so general, you never know where it's going to go. I feel like a lot of times we talk about like our childhood, sometimes our marriages. It's just fun. I like to also know like what people are curious about when it comes to us.
Yeah, or wanting to know about us. Like, what's the biggest mystery of the day?
What's the 411? What's everybody talking about?
Exactly. I just need to fix my headphones really quickly because I took my headband off because my head was hurting.
Oh my God. That's the thing about headbands. It is a migraine waiting to motherfucking happen. And it's like, I don't really like the look of a headband on me, but if you get one that you like and then you like get a headache, like headbands are just like, they're kind of torturous.
No, this one's not so bad, but I've been wearing it since 9 a.m. Like, it's been 5 hours. Take it off.
It was his 50th birthday.
Exactly. So we have your questions. We're going to answer as many of them as we can and as many as are appropriate or things that like, you know, aren't secret project-y.
Right. Or now like enough time has passed.
Yeah. Sometimes we won't answer something like in the last one, but like we're ready to talk about it now. You just never know. But we got some really good questions, like a lot of, random questions, but also like insightful things like about motherhood, about working, etc.
Sure.
So you ready to jump right in to our first question, which is so random, but I guess this was already spoken about because someone asked, when are the Scala sisters and the Ashrays teaming up? This is the collab we've all been waiting for. But then someone commented, I hope they still talk about this, but Emily and Amy said they didn't like the terms of the contract from Dear Media on their Purple Crown subscription service.
Right. So like I was never going to speak on it. There's no bad blood whatsoever.
No.
I was not going to speak on it because it's like business things, but they're out here with their subscribers. So yeah, we're
out here with our subscribers.
Right. We were in the process of putting together a contract for them to do a podcast on TNN with Dear Media. We thought it would be great. And when we got down to negotiating like terms of the contracts, like we were honestly too far apart from one another. You know, every time you go into a contract negotiation, people have different needs and wants and you end in the middle. But we all collectively decided like we were on two totally different spectrums in terms of just like deal terms that we were like, you know what, do your own podcast, live your best life. They were like, yeah, this isn't going to work. I have absolutely no ill will. I really want them to, if they do a podcast, I want it to be bigger than the toast. Like I love them. I do not have one iota of negative thoughts. Like everyone has to do what's best for them, for their business. And nobody understands that better than Jax and I.
100%. I hope they do their podcast. I'll be listening. The world needs the Scalas on the mic.
Agreed. 100%. Zero bad blood. It just didn't work out, which sucks because I would have loved to have them on TNN, but it's all okay.
Yeah. Next, Jax, when are you going to start a mama podcast with Olivia? So this is such a good idea and one that I'm not opposed to, but I just feel like we do a mom episode every few months here. Like I'll do one with Olivia or I'll do, my nursery must-haves or my birth story. Like every few months there's like one mom focused episode. And for me, that's enough of like how much I want to like talk about motherhood. Because I feel like I get out I can't imagine what I would talk about once a week unless we're like interviewing other people and like doing a weekly podcast, especially an interview one, is a full-time job. And I have one, Olivia has one. It's not that we don't have the time, but it's almost like we don't have the content. I don't have the mental capacity, to like open up a whole new category.
Yeah, people throw ideas at us all the time for like new shows and stuff that revolve around us. And the way that I feel is like when we decide to take on something new, whether for me it was like a book or for you like being a mom, like it does, like you have 100% of yourself to give. And like when you do give part of yourself to something new, I don't ever want to be doing less here at the Toast on Patreon, like the things that we already have established. So like I would love one day to do a podcast with Ben. Like I've been talking about it for years, a weekly podcast with Ben, but I have a feeling it will take away from my other responsibilities in terms of like, the energy that I have or the funny stories I want to tell. Like I feel like what we have going on is good.
Yeah. And I have like an itch to do some other things, like things that I'm working on, things that are like dreams of mine. But to do another podcast is not one of them. Like I actually have an itch to do something extra for the redheads, which it's like if I ever have the bandwidth, like that's something that would be one of the first things that I do to like build up the redheads a little more. But I don't have that itch to like start a podcast about motherhood right now.
And if you're not like so excited and passionate to do something, like it will be bad.
Oh yeah, and I really feel satiated with the amount that I talk about things that are going on the toast, which isn't even that much, but like if I have a thought or something funny, whatever, like I can share it on the toast. And we also do like a couple mom episodes a year. And like that's enough for me.
It's worth mentioning, you're also like not private, but you don't share everything when it comes to motherhood. So like,
right.
I feel like if you were gonna have like make it like your brand, you'd have to share like a lot of other people on social media do. Like they share everything, and that's not something you're comfortable doing, and that's okay.
Yeah, I agree. So it's a no for me. But actually, further down, we got a question for you about if you were to ever do another podcast with your friends, like similar to the redheads, or like just who would you do it with, and what would it be?
Oh, okay. I would definitely get Taylor Strecker in there. Every time I podcast with her, I'm like, we should have a weekly podcast together. I would get Taylor Strecker in there. I don't know. That's a hard question. I have like pipe dreams. I would love to do like a RuPaul's Drag Race podcast, but honestly, I don't think there's enough crossover between RuPaul Drag Race stands and Toast stands for it to be like super successful.
You would make new fans.
I know. I just hate to be like pigeonholed to one sect of pop culture. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't ever want to be known as like a podcast, like fan account for like Taylor. Like, I obviously really like Taylor, but I don't want to be like we do it all. I don't want to be pigeonholed. I think that's really stifling to your business and just like not smart business ethics.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I think for us, that's never an issue because we just move on from one thing to the other.
Right.
We're obsessed with this today, and we're obsessed with, and 1 week we're talking all about the royals, the next week it's all about the Kardashians. Like,
right.
And
we could do it all.
So we do it all. I think we're pigeonholed into talking about ourselves.
Which is something I'm so deeply comfortable with. I cannot stress enough.
Yeah. Okay, this next one's fun. What are the last 3 things we both bought on Amazon?
Let me pull up. Actually, like mine are not juicy at all.
I don't even remember.
That doesn't include like Kindle purchases, right?
No. Okay. Mine's all baby stuff. But one are Nespresso pods, Audatio. I've gotten back into drinking Nespresso. That's why I use my mug on the toast instead of my iced coffee. Because it's like wintry and it's more caffeinated. Mm-hmm. 2, I got a series of books. So when I shopped at the Buckingham Palace gift shop, I got some children's books. One of them was called Let's Go on a Carriage Ride. And it's about the Queen getting in her carriage to go to the Platinum Jubilee.
That's so cute.
And when I tell you it's Harry's favorite book, only wants to read it and look at it and point at everything. And I saw at the back of the book, it's like they have so many more Let's Go in the series. So there's Let's Go on a plane, Let's Go on a train, Let's Go on a tractor, Let's Go on a rocket. I bought all 4 of those. And then before that was water wipes and diapers.
Okay, mine are like boring. Delivered on Sunday, I got a new package of greenies for Theo because his breath is fucking rancid. And
Bruno's breath has been so bad that I actually bought him a toothbrush the other day.
Do you not brush his teeth?
No.
Oh
Only
my God.
when he gets groomed.
When he gets groomed, yeah. Okay, same. But
no, I'm going to start brushing them. I've been meaning to. I didn't do it yet, but I will.
You should also just do a formal cleaning. Like I just did it. It's sad because they have to be put under anesthesia, but like his teeth were gorgeous.
I know, but Theo was 4. Like Bruno's only 2.5. He has he could build up some more tar.
I wish I did it sooner. Okay, so greenies for his rancid breath. We were just talking about the importance of tissues, and I got a big box of tissues for the Toast Studio. And then actually I got a ring guard because due to my weight loss, I can't believe I didn't do it sooner. I have almost lost my wedding ring, like 1,000 times, like doing dishes and washing my hands, like so dumb I am. So then I stopped wearing it for a few days. I'm like, no, this sucks, but I'm not gonna get it resized because you know me, I'm always gaining the weight back. So I got like a little plastic ring guard, a pack of like 10 that comes in different band sizes, and now it fits great.
Perfection.
Yeah.
Next question. Can we get all 3 Steen husbands on The Good Guys?
Yeah, I mean, that would be 4 people on a podcast, which is a lot.
Yeah, or like if Josh sat that one out or something, but then it wouldn't be The Good Guys. But also like our husbands aren't allowed to do stuff without us there.
Agreed.
Not even because we're like, they have to be with us.
No,
like,
ew,
we
no.
need to know what the fuck they're doing.
Ben can be such a loose cannon because Ben doesn't live in the world that I live in where it's like everyone on the internet is policing everything you say, looking like, assuming you have the worst intentions. Ben is a lovely man. He loves everyone. He has no hate in his heart. But I feel like he could say something that he doesn't realize the internet has deemed not cool.
Like he probably doesn't know that word is a bad word.
That's what I was going to say, SP*Z. So I must, like, for the first 5-6 episodes of Good Guys, like, I was listening in and I was like, cut that out. And they by no means said anything even remotely bad. They give me anxiety.
Yeah. So unless like we're all there, that's a lot of seats in one studio.
It's going to be a no.
It's going to be a no. Okay.
They're not trained in this life.
They're not media trained, no. And the thing is, like, most average people are not. And the conversations that you have with your friends, like, even though you think there's, like, nothing wrong with them, like, if they were ever broadcast, like, you'd find out exactly what's wrong with them. Like, there's a difference between, like, how you speak in public and how you speak in private. And when you're a private person, you never consider, like, what things
your public
look like.
Voice.
Exactly.
Totally.
What kinds of things is Harry doing right now? What is your favorite part about the age he's in?
He's doing everything.
He's doing such exciting things. So this stage is where he's like transitioning from crawling to, he's clapping hands.
Loves to clap.
And like if you even say the word
where did he learn how to clap? Do tell everyone.
Miss Rachel. It never. So we turned on Miss Rachel for the first time, like right, like at the New Year, because I remember Dana was here, and we had never watched it before. And then like right after that, he started clapping. And I guess he was like in the age where he should be clapping, but it never like occurred to me to like show him clapping. I just like didn't know that was one of the things. And so he picked that up and he loves that. But no, he's like doing, he's standing up on his own, holding on to something. Then he tries like scaling stuff. He like stands up in his crib now, like whenever he can. So that's really the biggest stuff that he's doing right now is like standing, scaling. I don't know how long it takes from like that stage to walking. But, whenever he's ready, he's welcome to.
He's standing, he's scaling, he's breaking hearts nationwide. He's being the most incredible nephew anyone has ever been.
He's loving his
auntie. So important. Thank you for bringing that up. And he's just like kind of, I don't know, putting this family on his back.
Yeah, he definitely is. But he kind of like loves that role,
100%.
And he takes it as like, he takes it with pride.
And really seriously.
It's not a burden.
Not at all.
Yeah, so he's just having fun doing Harry things.
100%.
Oh, okay. The next question I already asked you. What are the party plans for Harry's first birthday? So I'm not doing a party or anything. We're just going to have dinner at the house. My in-laws are going to be here, so it's just going to be like a nice family dinner. I thought about doing a party, but I don't know that many people down here. Mm-hmm. And so like to put together a party for like a smattering of people, that's like not what I want to be doing. Like whatever I do is really for, the parents, not even for Harry. He won't remember it. So what I want is just like have a low key night, have a cute cake for him, like, and just celebrate him and shower him in gifts. Like,
and we're trying to plan a trip for you to come up sometime around Harry's birthday. That would be great so that I could give him a big birthday kiss on the mouth. Oh, I forgot to tell you how like we posted a clip from like when I was in LA talking about like me kissing Harry on the mouth, and it went viral on TikTok, and people are like telling me I'm a disgusting like predator, like they're so disgusting. I'm like, you're disgusting.
Yeah, that you would even think about it that way.
Right, like you're sick.
No, and like go worry about some real fucking predators.
Yeah.
Like you saw that story of his foster parents.
Yeah.
Go right on their TikTok.
Yeah, like leave me alone. I'm sorry, I'm just bursting with love.
Yeah. When is Jackson Claude back together with the Pink Flamingos, aka when is Claudia going back to Florida? Do you think you'll come back to Florida before I come to New York?
Yes, I'm like itching to come to Florida, but I keep not being able to. So like I couldn't come this week because Monday was my book club.
Do you feel like it's because you're saying yes to too many things?
Yes, because now Sunday I want to go to the Philly game, so I can't go yet. It's like
what about you were saying the following weekend for a birthday party you had?
What?
Tyler's birthday party.
Oh yeah, Tyler is having a birthday, Tyler C, in Florida. So I was thinking maybe of doing that. Yeah, that's still very much a possibility. Like every morning I wake up and I wish I was in your house. Like I want to be there.
That's so sweet because I feel like I didn't know that. I thought you like dread coming here, never want to be here again.
No, how could you say that?
I don't know because like every time I ask you to come, you're like, no.
Well, you just asked me to come, and then like when it doesn't work for my schedule, you like take it as a personal offense, and it's just I'm doing my best.
Damn. Okay, fine. I'll go easy on you.
Go. Thank you.
If you could only use 3 makeup products for the rest of your life, what would they be?
Spray tan,
This isn't a fair question to ask a redhead.
So
because
true.
I need mascara and I need eyebrows. And that shouldn't take away because other people have them. They're born with them.
You know what? I hate these like hypothetical questions that like
No,
limit my.
If I can, I'm getting mascara and eyebrows. Like I'll get my lashes tinted, tattooed, and my eyebrows tattooed. Fine. Then my 3 things. If I'm just like now a regular layperson, foundation, a lip liner.
You would look fucking scary with just foundation and lipstick on.
No, and eyebrows and eyelashes. Don't forget.
But like your skin.
No, what am I, such a tan, bronzed beauty?
The thing is, I don't like these questions because I can use more than 3 products, you know? So why would I like entertain this question? Because I live in a world where I can use as many as I want. Like,
Oh my God. Party pooper.
no,
It's just
because
fun.
no, because these questions, like I'm like sitting here like getting anxiety, like wait, but what about my eyebrows and then my lipstick? Like, and you know what? I'm like, why am I giving myself a pit? This isn't fucking real.
Oh my God. Every party has a pooper.
I'm a
That's why
realist.
we invited you.
I'm a realist.
Nobody is realer than me.
So I'm not. This question goes against my ideology of being a realistic
God.
queen.
Okay. Best advice for a new boy mama I'm due in March. I'm going to give you my best advice, but I think Claude should give hers too because she was there every step of the way.
Okay, like,
You know, like what'd you see that you want to impart?
well, I just feel like the question is really regardless of gender, like being a mom to a boy and to a girl.
Okay,
like,
okay, she's just excited. Like, yes, of course, it wasn't going to.
am I being
like,
negative?
like, so you're just coming for the question askers.
Yeah, no, because I am.
Okay, she's just a new mama, but she's obviously excited she's having a boy, so she let us know that.
I love that for you. You're gonna love your little Rodini so much.
My advice would be enjoy your time, the quiet beforehand. There's nothing to do. There's nothing to be done.
My advice would be just make sure to kiss him on the mouth.
Yeah, for sure.
No, I'm sorry. I reacted negatively. I think maybe like I'm getting my period or something.
Oh,
Like,
and she said her son will be named Jackson, and she'll be calling him Jackson Claude.
look at me being mean.
Nasty.
No, I'm something's off in my. You know me. I'm actually a very nice girl. Like I'm not feeling good. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
look
That
at,
was
just whenever you're feeling like you're going to a negative spiral, like remember the heart on your chest.
okay. I think it's having like the opposite effect.
Ooh, this is such an interesting question, even though you're going to like shut it down because it's hypothetical. If you were a NASCAR driver, who would you want your 3 main sponsors to be?
McDonald's. Man, this is like such a hard. Again, I'm like getting bent out of shape, and it's not real. I have to remember. Okay, McDonald's.
The toast.
No,
You wouldn't
Like-
want the toast on a car?
no, like I would, but I want. If I have to think of like what brands are gonna give me the most money. Jets, like I want like Delta. I feel like Delta's cool, like because then like they have a fleet of private jets. Like Delta, McDonald's.
Amazon?
But I don't know if there's like a lot of benefits besides money from Amazon.
They could
like,
dress you.
like I want access to like cool like
Okay, so maybe like,
Illuminati events.
yeah, maybe like Keurig, you know, like
Yeah.
LVMH.
Yeah, LVM. Yeah, like something really prestigious and like global
Global.
with lots of jets.
Okay. Okay.
What's yours?
I wasn't like really thinking that big. Like I would just do like brands that
Up a baby, Bugaboo.
Bugaboo, Amazon Kindle,
Oh, that's a good one.
and the royal family. I want them to sponsor
Buckingham Palace. Yeah, I think maybe I was looking too deep into the question.
me. Yeah. you took it too seriously.
Well, that's just me, like constantly, you know, putting in 110%.
What's on your travel destination bucket list?
I feel like I've spoken about this on the toast. I really want to go to Montana.
Yeah.
I do want to go to Paris or London. Paris, London, Montana. That's my list.
Ooh, that's
Currently.
good.
Not like forever, but like attainable things I think I might do this year.
Okay, mine is not about this year. It's just like places I want to go.
South Africa.
Hawaii,
Yes.
Japan,
Totally.
London, or England,
Yeah.
That's it for now.
I would love to go to like the countryside and like rent a convertible and stay in like a country home and have like staff to serve me.
Yeah.
Iconic.
Yeah, there's probably a lot that I would have at one point like wanted to see in Russia, but I won't be going there. Like, I love Russian history.
Yeah, I think like no. Like I think it's best.
I just said I won't be going there.
Yeah, no, I think that's really good decision making on your part. You're constantly making good
But
decisions.
I'm thinking about like places that I want to see because I've read and studied so much about them.
No, I know.
Like, and that's how I feel about England. And I have like studied a lot about Russia, and there's like stuff that I would want to see, but I'm obviously not going there. And like, that's our heritage, and we'll never see it.
It's so true. Eastern Europe, Russian Jews. It's so true. Even though I don't really identify with like Russia as a part of my heritage. I was actually thinking about this morning because I was like watching TikToks. This is so dumb, but somebody was just like, white girls love to do whatever. And I was just thinking how like, this is going to sound really dumb and like maybe I'll cut it out. Like, I really don't identify as a white girl. Like, I feel like whenever people are like, white girls are so crazy, like I don't identify as a white girl. Like, I really connect with like my Eastern, like as a ethno-religion, like Jewish queen.
Yeah.
So I was thinking this morning like about how I identify, and like I really kind of identify with like our Eastern European, Polish, Russian, like Jewish roots, but I don't think of myself as like Russian. I like always forget kind of.
Yeah, so Ashkenaz is how you like identify. Yeah, I mean, Judaism is an ethno-religion, obviously, but throughout history, like we've been told, we are not white.
Right.
And so I don't think you are like actually a white girl.
No, like I see my skin is white, like I get it. It's just not how I identify.
But it's also cultural.
It's not how I identify.
Yeah. Also, but I thought you were going to say something totally different, but I was just going to say like me being like really into like Russian royal history is actually very much at odds with us having Russian Jewish ancestry, because all of those people that I read about, like all those czars, were fucking terrible to the Jews. And it's the reason why we're here in America. Like, I was literally reading about one empress, Maria Feodorovna, and then like I started to do the math and I was like, and that's when we left because things were so bad.
Right.
But that wasn't in the book.
No, of course not.
So I just have to like kind of
from history.
I have to like keep the two separate.
Yeah.
It would be like two separate tours I'd go on.
100%. The N-Log tour and the DJT.
No, like, you know, when you join a trip, like you get on a bus.
Yeah. No,
so I'd get on like the royal history bus, and then I'd get on the Jewish history bus.
I got it. I was making
They wouldn't be syncing up.
No.
How do you guys split up important holidays between your family and spouse's family?
It's a good question. I feel like it's hard. And it's not like, I think a lot of people get really organized. Like every year they do the same thing. Like I'll do every Thanksgiving with, no, we just plan it out. Like if our family is going to be doing a big trip, like on Christmas or Thanksgiving, like we'll bogart that holiday and then give up the other holidays. It's just different every time. It's based on what every family is planning.
Yes, exactly. And I feel like it's always hard, but I feel like it's gotten easier like the further out you plan. If you can look at a calendar year and just like talk to your husband and be like, what holidays do you want? These are the ones I need. And then like I'll share that with you guys and be like, you have me for these ones. Do we want to do anything?
I will say though, with the Jewish holidays, I find it a lot easier because so many of the Jewish holidays, and they have multiple nights. So like most times for Rosh Hashanah, we'll do one night with my family, one night with Ben's family.
Oh, that's a nice luxury for you because they're all in New York. But like for me, now I'm split between like New York, Florida, Texas.
Dallas,
It requires like planning.
Yeah, no, but like the Jewish holidays make it easy for me.
Do make it better because now we have so many holidays. So it's like it's not just Thanksgiving, Christmas. 2 months before we had Yom Kippur, and then we had Rosh Hashanah, and there's also Passover. So like there's a lot to go around.
Yeah, there's more than enough, and it's nice. It's important that you do it equitably. It's important for a good marriage.
Yeah. What kind of people annoy you the most? I.e. one-uppers, know-it-alls, braggers.
So I despise one-uppers. Oh my God. It's one of my biggest pet peeves. Like you can't just be telling a story without being like, I went to Paris once. Like, cool. So that's definitely an ick for me. I also just hate, and I this might be like a hypocritical thing for me to say because I don't know if maybe I'm like this. People who are just so negative. It's like nothing, like you can't get through a story without being like, oh, I hate that restaurant. It's like, cool, we don't fucking care. Like constantly yucking your yums, like to the point where you can't even finish a story. Do I do that?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I like growing, like,
Do I do
someone
that?
comes to mind. Do you, not necessarily in the way that you're describing, but I feel like sometimes I'll like tell you that I'm doing something and before you even like just like think it through, you're like, ugh. I'm like, no, I want to be doing it.
Totally.
You know? You act like someone's for it. Like if I'll be like, I just went for a run, you'll be like, ugh. I'm like, no, I chose to.
No, it's really important to note that if I was seated next to me at a dinner party, I would hate me.
Yeah, you hate people who only talk about themselves.
Who are like loud and like suck all the air out of the room and like make like don't like bogart the conversation. I hate people like that, and I am people like that. Oh
That's
well.
so funny. You know what kind of people I hate? This is so niche, but like I hate the people who tell the most long, dreadful, boring stories.
With like the most unnecessary details.
No, and like even when they finish the story, it's a bad story that didn't need to be told. And like I feel like sometimes I'll get stuck at a dinner like listening to someone tell a bad story when I can hear out of the corner of my ear like someone's having a good conversation over there, and I'm like, can you shut up?
No, I agree. It's like you get envious of the good conversation happening at the other end of the table, being like, I would like to be a part of that one, please.
Yeah, like, and also the people who tell long, dreadful, boring stories, like add all these extra details, like, and go on tangents. It's like, I didn't care about the main track, let alone the tangent.
Let alone the B plot.
Those are like my
That's such a good question.
kind of people.
I also hate people who like will go through a whole conversation with someone and literally not ask one question about the other person. Like that's insane. Like I always like I'm very aware that like I have a big personality and a big presence. Like I know that I like suck up a lot of like the talking space, but I feel like I'm always really conscious to be like, so what do you do again for work? Do you like it? You work from home? You remote? Like dumb questions like that. Partially because like I want to know, but partially because I don't want to be just like a person who's always talking about themselves. And I find that there are people who like don't even realize they've been talking to you for an hour and literally will not ask you one question about yourself. For me, I find that a lot with like more like well-known, like successful or famous people. Like they don't fucking care. I'm like, well, you're boring because I'm fabulous and you don't want to hear about me. Bye.
That doesn't bother me if the person's genuinely fascinating and interesting, and I'm living for everything that they're saying.
But is anybody really?
And I'll keep asking questions.
Yeah, but is anybody really that fascinating?
Yeah.
Okay. Me.
Okay, next question. Who would you cast in Things We Never Got Over, Claude?
Oh, good question. Okay, so the main girl, she was like cute and petite. You know what's so funny? Whenever I read a book with like just like a pretty brunette girl, I always think of a young Piper Parabo. I don't know why. I'm not even particularly like a big fan of her work. She just always comes to mind for me. So like somebody who looks like that, like a young Piper Parabo. Also, important fact about me, when it comes to like reading and doing like castings of like, who did you think it looked like? I can never, I'm so bad at it. Like I just see people without faces. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, I honestly, I don't know. I'm not equipped to answer this question. I'm really bad at it. Like I see blurry faces and like big dicks. That's what I see.
Okay. Next question is a really good question, and then we can like get into the details. But was the Spotify Breaking Bread a test to see if you went to Spotify exclusive when you were working out contract deals?
No,
but that's a great theory because it was right before we signed a new contract.
So Breaking Bread was like an initiative that Spotify was doing. So I don't know if you guys remember
Spotify Live.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys remember during the pandemic, apps like Clubhouse, which are live audio shows, started to really pop off. And so when that was happening, Spotify began to create their own version of that called Spotify Live. And we got a deal with them to do a show, Breaking Bread, literally 3 years ago.
No. Well, first of all, that contradicts what you said about Clubhouse and the pandemic, and then Spotify worked on
When was the pandemic?
But I think we worked on the contract for like maybe close to a year.
I can show you because I remember here.
Not 3 years.
June 2021.
Okay, and the show premiered in June 2022.
Right. So they just basically took a really long time to get their app off the ground and their slate of programming, that by the time that they got it up off the ground, like no one was even doing Clubhouse anymore. Like I do think that was like a fatal flaw, that they didn't like move fast enough, because Clubhouse was trendy. Like it was cool for a minute. We were all bored, but it's not like a lifelong thing people are going to be doing in terms of social media. So we did our show. We did our first season. It was great. Jackie and I did not want to continue doing it. And Spotify Live started to, I don't even know if the app is still active.
Yeah, like I think they were reformulating
struggling.
their strategy. I don't know how like great it did. Our show did great. We were really proud of it. But,
and we were told that we had some like one of the highest, most tuned into shows, our first one.
Yeah, of like shows that they did it with other creators too, like giving them shows and all that stuff. So it was a great experience. Had nothing to do with our actual contract. Of course, like we're down to work with Spotify, like, but also we like doing live content. It was kind of like a perfect marriage.
No, and honestly, it was a great thing to like practice and get good at, because now I feel like we're going to start to do them like we did this month on Patreon for YouTube.
And now we have
so fun.
Freaking Fred.
Yeah, I loved it. It was so awesome to work with Spotify. I think Spotify had like their own internal problems, and ultimately it was just not something we wanted to continue doing.
And also what we realized is that Spotify Live is like pretty much, even though they're both Spotify, it's like very separate from Spotify
companies.
itself. Like the people who are making deals at Spotify Live have nothing to do with the people who are making deals at Spotify podcasts.
Yeah.
So
true.
That was that. But overall, a great experience.
Yeah, I did really enjoy it.
Any family vacations booked? Looking for my fam and need location ideas for my whole family to enjoy.
Well, we're trying to plan Christmas because you know what, we weren't together for this last Christmas and we were all devastado. So
or Thanksgiving we weren't together.
Jackie woke up Jan 1 and was like, I'm planning Christmas this year. Everybody send me your dates and budgets because we're in.
Yeah, so that's really exciting. And then now it's different now that Olivia and I live in Florida. Like everyone's welcome to come here, and it's like a vacation when you're coming down to Florida. Like, so it's not like we need to take a big family beach trip, you know?
Oh, I guess, but like I would like to.
Take a beach trip?
Yeah.
I don't feel
when
like
it comes to family trips, I prefer like skiing, mountain, cozy vibes. When it comes to friends, like more turn up trips, I prefer beach.
Yes, agreed. Okay, next question. Oh, Jax, would you call yourself a helicopter mom or more relaxed? I'm definitely controlling. Like, I think in some ways I'm very relaxed. When something happens, I'm just like, it's not a big deal. I don't make a big deal out of small things. I don't stress about things that are not stress worthy. But I want everything done a certain way. Like, I'm controlling for sure.
I don't think that's a bad thing.
But like, I don't try and control Harry. I just try and control the environment.
His surroundings, totally. You do not control Harry. Harry is a free spirit who cannot be controlled.
I couldn't if I tried.
Harry can no longer be managed. Like,
yeah, no, he's already like now that he has like his wings. Like, now when I change him on the changing table, he's in this era where he just like won't let me change his diaper and flips on his belly, stands up. Like, it's crazy. I started changing him on the floor.
Oh my God.
Because it's like, it's wild.
That kid is so fucking crazy.
It's wild. But I'm prepared to be like whatever kind of mom I need to be, strict, helicopter, like we've got to protect the children.
I agree. I think I'll be a strict parent. I think about how I am with Theo and just like how I am like as a person. Like we grew up in a strict household, and honestly, I feel like we're better off for it.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. What's your favorite moment from 2022?
What a good question. MSGT is up there. It was next level. You were there. The whole family was there. It was one of the best nights of my life. Madison Square Garden. I think I'll have to say that. That's
great. Of course, Harry's birth was a wonderful moment for me.
Me too.
But, you know, it was a lot. But one of my best memories from 2022 is when we went to the Hamptons for July 4th with Harry.
My God.
We were in a house that we loved, and it was just, like, so peaceful. And we were just, like, out in the outdoors all day. The Nibblings, Bryce, Strice, Nolia were there.
We have taken trips to the Hamptons or just, like, summer weekend trips together before. When I tell you I was crying when we had to leave, I was looking online. I was trying to buy the house that we rented. Like, it was way too expensive. It was so lovely and peaceful. And I was like, the fact that we don't have this for Harry is disgusting. We need to work harder.
Yeah, we need to work harder. 100%.
By the way, thank you for bringing that up. That was one of the best weekends of my life. And nothing in particular that amazing happened. It was just like, we podcasted outside, that episode we did that everyone loved. We swam, even though I did get swimmer's ear. We read, we ate, we cooked. It was heavenly.
Yeah.
And Harry was there.
And Harry was there for all of it. Next question. Where did Jackie go for holiday vacation? We know Claudia went to Belize, but never heard from Jax. And then someone said, can Jackie explain why she was so secretive about it?
Oh, not you keeping secrets.
Not me keeping secrets. No, I went to the Dominican Republic. I wasn't secretive about it. I just like didn't have, usually when I go on vacation, it's like I have all my outfits and my looks and I'm like feeling myself.
Yeah.
And I just really didn't have that many pictures because I was not feeling myself. And so
Fair.
when I didn't have anything to post, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't anticipate how hard like a vacation with a baby is so fun, but it's really not like a vacation. And like literally I would always on vacation I like shower before dinner and like get ready for the evening.
Of course.
Now on vacation with a baby, like I'm in still my bathing suit at dinner.
Oh wow.
And like showering when Harry goes to sleep. So I just like didn't have like really pictures that I wanted to share.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. But I went to the Dominican Republic and it was beautiful.
It looked really nice. I haven't ever been to the Dominican Republic.
You should go. It's so close.
And you've weirdly been like 3 times with Zach's family, right?
Yeah, twice. This was my second time.
And I want to go. Every time you go, it makes me want to go.
It's somewhere that it's a Claudia friendly destination.
100%. It's like not that far.
And there's a pool at the airport lounge.
Oh, I saw Jackie was at the airport lounge.
It's an outdoor pool and like you literally are in the pool watching planes take off. I did not get in the pool.
I feel like there's probably like jet fuel and debris and shrapnel in the pool.
It looked crystal clear.
It did actually look really clean.
It was one of the nicest airport lounges I've ever been to. There was a spread. There were it was also like it was like tea cakes and stuff, like little sandwiches. It was gorgeous.
British.
Yeah. Oh my God. We got to the lounge and I was like, Zach, will you go get us food? Like as in go up and make us plates.
Yeah.
And I didn't watch where he went and he came back like 20 minutes later with Wendy's. And I was like, you know that there's food here. And then we went and looked at the spread and it was the nicest spread we'd ever seen.
Listen, you're never going to regret getting Wendy's.
Yeah, it's true. Claudia, are you tired of saying yes yet?
No. I'm really not. After LA, I was tired for sure. But I'm going to Philly this weekend. Like, I'm not tired of saying yes. I'm reaping the benefits. Like, I'm having fun. And
oh, you are going to Philly?
I mean, not confirmed, but like I'm going.
Amazing.
No, I'm not tired of saying yes yet. Like I feel really good about the decision. I feel like I'm getting like life experiences under my belt that I wouldn't have gotten otherwise had I said no.
Amazing.
Yeah.
What is a Valentine's Day gift idea for your partner?
I don't do that shit. Like I feel like when me and Ben
I feel
started
like
dating,
I just had such a good idea. Oh, golf clubs, though Zach wound up getting for himself, but that would have been a good gift.
I don't really I don't do gifts so much anymore.
Oh,
I feel like
another
thing
good
gets
gift.
so out of control. It's like every year you got to top. I told Ben a few years ago, I'm like, let's just cool it with the gifts.
I know, and that's what happens, and then we don't get our husbands gifts, but they still obviously have to get us gifts.
No, I really like. I really genuinely want for nothing.
I know. I've become that way recently too. Like,
I feel like
when
it's
Zach
so
was asking me what I
wasteful.
wanted for my 30th birthday, like, of course, he needs to get me a 30th birthday present, but like, I really didn't need anything. I actually wound up thinking of the perfect present, but I really did not need anything.
I know. I just felt like when me and Ben first started dating, like the first 5 years was like every year, like a purse and another purse. And it's just like the price goes up and the expectations go up. And it feels like very materialistic and stupid to like get something that you don't even need. Don't get me wrong. Like I love getting presents, but like honestly, I don't know.
No, but Ben gets you shit you don't need.
Ben gets me shit I don't need. Ben is like such a great husband. Like I don't need gifts to feel loved on Valentine's Day. Like I really don't.
No, but I did like, yes, there's nothing that I would need unless there's something that I am needing. Like I remember last year on my birthday, like I really needed just like a black handbag, which is so weird. Like I did not own a black purse, and Zach got me a really nice one for my birthday. I wear it all the time, but like for him to just like walk into a store and like buy me a bag that he
like,
doesn't know that
money.
I need,
Yeah,
drop money. Like it's like also one probably like a specialty like kooky looking bag because he thinks that's what I would like, and it's like, oh no.
Yeah, I'm not good with gifts because I've been off the gift train, both giving and receiving when it comes to Ben, for like 2 years now.
Yeah. Me too with Zach. What I get him? Oh, I got him like really cute stuff for his birthday, but he still like he doesn't like anything I get him.
Right. Actually, Ben recently had a birthday. I did get him the PS5 because like that's what he really wanted, and like to me that's something, and he loves it, and that's something he wanted.
Yeah, that's a good gift, like stuff that he wants. But then my other idea was, oh, I wanted to do this for Zach one year, but I didn't, and it was a good idea, but it was way too expensive. But he loves playing Monopoly, as you guys know.
Oh, yeah.
A custom Monopoly board that would be like his life.
Harry's place.
Yeah, that would be like one place, like something with the Dallas Cowboys, like everything,
so cute.
Jackie's beauty shop, like
so
stuff
cute.
like that. So cute, but it became like a crazy big thing.
Yeah.
So. And it's not like he would play that with his friends, really. So it would just be like
not.
To sit in the house.
Totally.
So I thought that was a cute idea. But gifts for your partner, Manscaped.
100%. Just go through the Toast sponsors. There's something there for everyone.
Literally. Any advice on getting married in the same year as the siblings? My brother's in June and I'm September. Jackie, you and Olivia got married so close together. How did that go over with family traveling for both weddings? And just wondering your overall reflection of that time. So my thing is like when it's someone's like turn, whether they're having a baby or they're getting married or they're getting engaged, like those decisions should not be made based on anyone else. Like you need to run your own race and like you need to get started on your life or do whatever you need to do like when you need to do it. And even if it's like, within the same year as a sibling and like that's not ideal, like I disagree. Like you're both starting your lives and everyone is entitled to like be the main character of their life and like to get married when it works
so
for them.
True.
And I don't think that they should wait like change that at all based on what other people have going on.
I completely agree.
For me, like, so Olivia got engaged and married in the year that I was engaged, and it was awesome. Like, maybe it's me or maybe it's just like our closeness or our family that it like other people would be like, that's so crazy, like, but it wasn't. It's like the more the merrier. Is all
Agreed.
simchas, all good things. Also, it really was convenient because like we all were slimming down, so let's get 2 weddings.
So fucking true.
Let's get 2 weddings out of the way.
I slimmed down for Olivia's wedding and then 2 months later was yours. I gained a little bit back, but I was still pretty trim at your wedding.
Yeah, so like Olivia's slim at my wedding, I'm slim at
So
Liv's
true.
wedding, like so good.
Such an amazing point you just raised. You're actually doing everyone a favor by getting married so close to your sibling because they don't have to diet twice.
Yeah, tell them that. And say, yes, you have to travel twice, but you only have to diet once.
And for that, you're welcome.
Yeah, welcome. Also for us, Olivia and I both got married in New York. A lot of our family is in New York.
Yeah.
And the people who were traveling were only going to one wedding.
Right.
So I would recommend it over and over. And then you could also swap, trade secrets and stuff.
Vendors, things like
tips.
that. Yep.
Trips to the Cape. What's your best pet accessory or treats, etc.? For me, heating pad.
Oh, that's like not even a pet accessory.
Get your dog a heating pad. It's the sweetest thing in the world.
I have a heating pad like under my ass where I sleep. It's like under my fitted sheet. And every time I get out of bed and I come back in, Theo's laying in my spot. It's really sweet. I don't have like an abundance of crap in my house for Theo, like bones, toys. Like I don't. Furbo's great. I do wish like you could move the neck of the camera more. Like, hey, move right. Hey, move left. But it's not perfect. But yeah, Furbo's great. Furbo's it's much pricier than other dog cameras. And at first I cheaped out and bought some crap from China. Furbo is legit. It's worth the money.
Is it worth it to have that treat thrower? Because you can get a little home camera from Amazon that's not that expensive.
No, so the treat thrower makes it worth it. Also, like the system. So they're just like constantly tracking movements and sounds of dogs. So throughout the day, you'll know what Theo was up to if you're not home.
Got it. Okay, that's cool. Can you all finally tell us who the rude influencer was at the Amazon holiday event? No. Because, I think she was having a bad day.
Right, and we heard from her. She reached out to you, not me.
Yeah.
And she was, shook. I don't think she's a rude person, so I'm not going to drag.
Yeah, you just never know what someone's going through. And, even if, say she really was that mean and she's mean all the time, it doesn't solve anything to,
agreed,
expose her. And it's more likely than not that, she's not and she was just maybe overwhelmed and
confused.
Yeah,
whatever.
I've let it go.
Yeah, it's a last year thing.
Which sister do you turn to for what? I.e., I go to Margot for X and Olivia for Y.
I go to Jax for advice. I go to counselor for weekend plans. I go to Liv for literally everything else.
Oh, okay.
What about you?
I go to Liv for like mom stuff, kid stuff, like what are like, I mean, we just do everything together now.
Yeah.
Also, like if I need a deep dive, if I need a background check on someone, I go to Olivia.
If you need the FBI, just call Olivia Ashray.
Yeah, like Oliv, what's the deal with this person? Did they break up with their boyfriend? I'll have their rap sheet.
Yeah.
In a few
5
minutes. So I'll go to her for that, for research.
Yeah.
Claudia, I go to for my laughs, Kiki, like just to like, word vomit.
Yep.
Basically.
Yep.
And the snitch I go to annoy and to remind her that her big sister loves her and that I'm here and I miss her.
And I go to Olivia for endless photos and videos and FaceTimes of the kids and you as well.
Yeah. But the snitch, like sometimes when I get like in camper mode and I don't take that out on you or Olivia at all.
No, you don't.
I have to go to the snitch. I'm like, counter snitch. Like, it gets crazy.
You have to let it out.
I have to let it out. She's my outlet.
Yeah.
I know she loves that.
I love LA.
For Claude, after traveling so much with TPG, what are your top 3 travel tips that you live by?
Okay, that's a very good question. Oh, the one thing he taught me that honestly I cannot believe I did for so long without, you have to travel with cash because I feel like a lot of people forget to tip housekeeping. Now whenever I leave a room, I'll leave like $40 in an envelope. Like you have to tip housekeeping. Like that's just, I feel like a forgotten tip. Everyone knows to tip a bellboy or a cab driver, like housekeeping. They like clean your fucking dirty ass toilet. Like they deserve the world. It's so important to be airline agnostic. Like build your status with all the airlines, not just one, because then you're just going to pigeonhole yourself. And if you really want to take exotic trips, like you have to have status at all the airlines. So it's better to have like decent status at all of them than just really good status at one. And the third would be just lean in, like don't be afraid to like dive deep into other people's cultures. Just like have an open mind. You'll probably be more surprised than you think. And that's happened to me a lot. Like I see the itinerary, I'm like, ugh, we're doing this because I'm so negative and disgusting. And I end up having like the best time. Like it's so important to keep an open mind and like just do what the locals say,
Okay. Love that.
Yeah.
What is the most annoying thing your husband did in the last week?
Just one. This morning, so I'm tired of making the bed. I have made the bed every day for 10 years. Yeah. And a couple of weeks ago, I'm like, the bed is your problem now, okay? So he does it bad on purpose. Like, I know it's on purpose so that I just go in and fix it and make it. Today, so I have like sleeping pillows and then I have like 6 throw pillows. Mm-hmm. He left all the throw pillows on the floor and left for work with just the sleeping pillows on the bed. Like, who are you leaving that for? Not me. It couldn't possibly be me.
Theo?
No, I don't know.
He doesn't have thumbs.
What did Zach do that was annoying? He's been out of town, I feel like.
Yeah, he was out of town, but what annoys me, this is just like part of the theme of like, what we argue about, which is that I operate at the speed of fucking lightning. Yeah. Like every time I'm doing something, he's like, disassemble the bomb.
Yeah.
Like, cause I just do everything so quickly and he does everything so slowly, which we've discussed how the husbands are so slow. But like he's like, I'll be like, hey, can you grab Harry? Like I need to go to the bathroom. And so like he'll slowly make his way, like shoot off a text. And I'm like, hey, can you grab Harry? And it's like, if I don't repeat myself, like I know he heard me and he's coming. So sometimes I'll repeat myself to like let you know I meant right now.
Yes, of course.
But then I'm like naggy that I'm like repeating myself. And it's just...
Our husbands
like,
always
when
assume...
I ask for something, I want you to drop. I don't care if it breaks. Like, drop what you're doing and come and do what I said.
Our husbands always assume when we ask for something, it's like a general request.
It's an idea.
It is immediately.
Immediately.
Well, I think that's a good place to pause for today. Great
episode. We have more questions. We could always do part 2 for the last episode of the month. But this was really fun.
It was, I could talk endlessly about annoying things Ben does. So if we want to do, you know what we haven't done in a while?
Oh my God.
Annoying things our partners do, where we have people submit and it's so motherfucking funny.
Oh my God, we should do that one
Let's
again.
do that one for the end of the month.
I think that would be cathartic.
You know what? I need it. I'm feeling a lot of pent up resentment.
Yeah, and it even felt just so good to get that one out.
It did.
Like, immediately.
Thank you guys so much for being Patreon members. We absolutely love you so much. Hope you have a fabulous day. And we'll see you tomorrow on The Toast. Bye.
Love you. Bye.